And this week's A to Z guide to modern life is brought to you by the letter R. And R is for responsibility. Here's our guide to responsibility. Yes, modern life demands that we be responsible human beings, and that this responsibility will give us a sense of purpose and make us feel great about ourselves. Well, that's all well and good, but here at the A to Z Guide to Modern Life, we say beware of responsibility, for it is a double-edged sword and a sneaky little sod. And if left unchecked, just like a snake in the grass, it can creep up on us, and before you can say, hey, what's that snake-like thing creeping up on me, it'll bite us directly on the anus and lead to nothing but bloody misery. It all begins when you finally leave home and you start your new life, just like what Dick Whittington did all those years ago, with his sandwiches tied to the end of his little stick there. Look at him with his little pet cat. Ah. The first responsible thing to do once you left home is find a place of your own to live. So now you need to find the money to pay the rent. So what do? Well, if the law of the land wasn't such a stickler, you could rob financial institutions. However, that's only ever going to land you in jail, so that is a no-no. And so you take responsibility by the horns, you look at it directly in the eyes and you say, hey responsibility, let's get it on. You get yourself a job, nice one. Surely now you should be rewarded for your responsible behaviour. But oh no, your only reward is the burden of more and more added responsibility. The first of which is now you've got the responsibility of getting to work on time. You've got to shit, shave and shower. You've got to iron your shirt, and that's a bastard all by itself. Get dressed smartly, comb your hair neatly, eat your breakfast cereal, brush your teeth, and then you've got to leave enough time for the inevitable lack of bloody buses to catch. And then it's not good enough to simply turn up for work. No, you've got to be sharp, sharp, sharp. And feeling tired is not conducive to feeling sharp, 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 and neither is having a hangover. So it's no more staying up late, binge drinking on a school night. Bummer. Also, being off your head on drugs is not going to get you that promotion. Now, is it? No. So it's time to get rid of all the drugs and drug accoutrements. Hey, but let's not get all bogged down and stressed out about all this responsibility we've inadvertently taken on. No, what we've got to do is we've got to balance all that out with a bit of irresponsibility. All you've got to do is identify the best time when to act rash and recklessly, and that's easy. It'll be after work, you'll be sat at home with the TV on, exhausted because the regime in the workplace has dragged you down, man, and all that responsibility is weighing heavy on your shoulders. Well, now's the time to act. Yes, now's the time to do all the things that are deemed irresponsible in the workplace in the comfort of your own home. Drink alcohol and then operate heavy machinery. Take some drugs. Take 15 minutes to smoke a cigarette indoors rather than 10 outdoors. Download some filth on your computer. If you do all of these things, you'll really feel like you're sticking it to the man, thus presenting you with a release from the burden of responsibility and filling you with joie de vivre. And now it's time for the great debate. Yes, last time we asked you, how long can you go without washing your bedclothes before you're considered a dirty, skanky little bastard? Well, the word on the street is a couple of weeks. Unless, of course, you're a particularly filthy individual, in which case you'd better make it weekly. This week, we asked this. Is it completely irresponsible to ignore nutritionists' advice and rather than eat 5 portions of fruit and veg every day, simply drink beer and smoke fags? Post your comments simply answering either yes, it is irresponsible, or no, it ain't. I'll give you the results next time. So, there you have it, friends. R is for responsibility, but remember, let us not let the wag tail the dog. Let's not let the tail wag the dog. Let's get out there amongst them occasionally and just act bloody irresponsibly. That way we can lead a fulfilling and contented life, guaranteed. Now, next week, the A to Z Guide to Modern Life is brought to you by the letter B. I trust I'll see you then.